Hi, it's Helen Tarrant. Welcome to another episode of Commercial Property Show. This is Ray and Helen. Hello. We're here at a cafe. It's mid-morning and we're in North Queensland, and I just thought that this was a good time for us to show you a little bit about what we look for in an inspection, just some tips, and just as we're stopping by and have a coffee here. So,
yeah. Well, let's just take this building for example. Like, it's pretty busy. It's in a good spot. All the locals are here, so it's very funky. Yeah.
I think you have to speak a little bit
Well, I
louder.
have to speak louder because it's so
Yes,
noisy.
because there's a bit of a noise there
It is a bit of noise,
with the coffee machine going at the back. But,
which is good.
Yeah,
It means they're busy.
yeah.
So what do you look for when you're inspecting?
Well, I always look at something that's different. Look, I love about this place is they've got colour. It's nice and cool. It's what I love about this place is that it's got colour. It's nice and cool. It's got its own character, and I think when you have some of your own characters, it looks real. It's really, really good, and that they've put their imprint on it. And I think that if they have specialty food as well, like I think you're having a savoury scone here, and like look at the way that they've done their teas. The way that they do their cups, the way that they make a home carrot cake. I mean, I'm always a big advocate that you've got to try the food if you're buying a retail premise. And one of the big things about buying a retail premise is the location, the parking, but also the feel of the place, like your neighbours as well, the foot traffic. Because one of the things that upsides about retail is that it's one of the highest areas and properties that you can put up rent the fastest as the area gentrifies. So when I come for an inspection, like the feel of the place is really, really important.
This place has got a really funky vibe, and it's like when you go somewhere where it's touristy and seasonal, you've got to be a little bit wary. But this one, the locals haunt here all year round, and they bring their dogs. It's pet friendly. I don't know if we'll see later on. There's like a little child corner play area, which the kids just go and chill there, and mum and dad actually get to have something to eat in peace and a hot cup of coffee. It's got a really cool, friendly vibe. It's got a beautiful view, which later on hopefully we'll sweep around, of Castle Hill here, which is this massive rock that's like mini Uluru. I really like this one. It's funky, it's neat, tidy, clean. Yeah, big fan.
What do you look for when you're on the road? If you're going inside, what are you looking for?
Yeah, so something like this, we just said who's here, so who's frequently here, who's the customers. And the food, definitely. We're always trying the food. And the vibe. And also want to check out the kitchens. I like to, if I can, get out the back and have a look at the kitchens. Or if I'm not doing a formal inspection, then I try and have a bit of a sticky beak at the toilets. Have a sticky beak around, definitely. And ask a few questions.
We always look at things like... I always look at things, and Renee too, look at the ceiling. We'll look at things like, this place has ducted air conditioning. We'll look at whether there's any leaks around the air conditioning, because often there's leaks around the air conditioning area. And then, of course, we look at the bathrooms to see if any water damage around the bathroom, because, you've got your broken tiles, but often the bathrooms with wear and tear over time can have leaks and stuff. Also around any of the times where they have the exhaust area, any grease traps, especially when you have a kitchen. In the kitchen area, sometimes towards the back where they have storage rooms, we want to check their coolers, the cool rooms, because cool rooms, if they're not sealed properly, also can create leaks, but also spike up the electricity in an area, which then trips the power and cause all sorts of issues. We like to go and check out the roof, like definitely one of the big things.
Yeah, and with the freezers, just a point with the freezers. So you also want to check like the compressors and the freezers when they were last looked at, when they were last checked. And some of the fridges can convert to freezer, and some of the freezers cannot convert back to refrigeration. So you want to check those sort of things. So it tells you, who your potential customers may be if these guys leave this area. And who's also the adjacent trades. So whether they're complementary or in competition is another important thing, I think. Yeah.
And also, the other thing we look at is their staff and how they treat their customers is really important. Whether they know them by name, how good their cup of coffee is. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I try out their tea and their cakes. But general cleanliness, and I find that most places I go to are really, really clean. But like just a general way of like pride in their food and what they do. But definitely equipment-wise, what equipment is their equipment, what equipment belongs to you as a landlord. And also what kind of fit out your tenants put in themselves, and to what quality is that fit out as well.
What's the standard of the fit out, whether we're in upmarket or, and the prices as well, I think is a big thing, Helen. Like, you know, are you charging exorbitant prices and your fit out is the lower end? You know, those sort of things I think are key indicators. I mean, here right now, it's just packed non-stop. People keep coming and coming. It's got such a good vibe as well. But we do try to, if we can, see things at the busiest time of the day as well. Like, you have to be mindful of that when you're rocking up, but is this their busiest day? Definitely.
One of the other things that, and this is one of those tips with property inspection, is that sometimes it takes 2 or 3 goes to look at a property. So you might come here during like more of a downtime, say like a Monday afternoon, where it's quieter for most businesses, and just to see how many people is about, what they're doing at the back, how much staff they've got, are they just taking care of the premise, or is it completely dead, what's around the area. And then you might come back on like here, we're here on a Saturday mid-morning where it's cafes peak times as well. So you've got to look at that as well. So when we might also then come back at another time, might come back if they're open evenings to try what the evening trade is. So just to get a gauge of how the business runs. And I think that's important. And we always try to support all of our clients and our staff, and also our clients' businesses and our students' businesses if they're there. We try to come and have meals there, coffees there. Yeah. So one of our clients is looking at buying this business, not this business, but this premise. It's part of 3 in this complex. So we're just here having a cup of coffee and having a discussion. Yeah. And
beautiful.
And so any tips for people starting out?
Oh, look, just, get out there, have a look. You've got to see lots of different properties. Get out there, have a look, ask questions. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Yeah, and I guess, and to follow us, we've got you plenty of hints and tips, haven't we? To do this all day, every day.
Yeah. So let us know what else you want to know. Have you been to a property inspection yourself? What are some of the things that you want to find out in a property inspection? Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and watch us in the next episode. Bye for now.